Hey, good morning, all. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I wanted to get this going early today. We've got more breaking news on the Chinese balloon saga that just won't end. It appears that another one has been shot down over Lake Huron between Canada and America. So, kind of interesting. I mean, I just got off the phone with a buddy of mine, and we'll get into that, who is kind of in the know on this and has a little bit of insider information that I think will really shed a little bit of light on why China is doing this. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. First, I just want to talk about the story. So these identified objects basically that have been shot down over Canada, Alaska, and now the Great Lakes, on top of all this other stuff, are believed to be balloons carrying a payload from a, at this point, still unnamed country or corporation. Because, in today's day and age, I mean, you've got SpaceX that's sending rockets into space. So, I mean, what's the likelihood it couldn't be a company? So, the details are a little scarce still. They haven't really, come off with a whole bunch of info other than telling us that it's a small metallic balloon with a tethered payload. So that would be kind of indicative of what we've seen already. I don't know why it is they've kind of changed up tactics in terms of a smaller balloon. Maybe I do. We'll get to that here in a minute. So Chuck Schumer says that he's received a briefing on Sunday and basically been told that the balloon in Alaskan airspace, as well as the one over Huron, are not unidentified flying objects, aliens, but unidentified flying vehicles, with the last one likely being a balloon, but they haven't really told us anything yet. So it looks like one of the things that is good that is happening that wasn't happening before is there's a lot more coordination between the United States and Canada when it comes to tracking and being in agreement on shooting these things down. So according to the story, Justin Trudeau, who's the Canadian Prime Minister, he's something else. I mean, that dude he's borderline socialist. And our lovely president, Joe Biden, who I'm sure on Sunday was all over this. I mean, I'm sure he was at least aware that it was definitely Sunday. But they started tracking the first one that broke through the Canadian airspace early Saturday and then shot it down Saturday. This new one, we don't have much info on as far as them shooting it down over Huron, which still is... it still begs the question, why are we seeing these things every 2-3 days? What is the point? We'll get to that. So the U.S. White House released a readout of a call between Biden and Trudeau shortly after Saturday's shoot down. Out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of both militaries, the president and the prime minister authorized that it be shot down. And Biden authorized U.S. fighter aircraft assigned to NORAD, which is basically our North American Defense Command, that ensures we are not missing on any ICBM launches or missiles or big-time strategic problems in the United States. And basically, they directed an F-22 into Canadian airspace in close coordination with the Canadian government to shoot this thing down. And then they did the same thing with this one yesterday that landed in basically Lake Huron, the lake between the United States and Canada. So that's crazy. It's basically the fourth one shot down in a week, all of which by our F-22s, starting with the one that they shot up in South Carolina on February 4th. So I'm really thinking they're going to get some good information on these things, because we've recovered good portions of most of them. So maybe not all, but a good portion of it. So this morning, I was speaking with a friend of mine who, like I said, is possibly an insider on some of this information, maybe. And he was telling me that one of the prevailing theories right now is that the Chinese and some of their associates, like North Korea, who would be interested in finding this information out, are using these balloons to test Canadian and American response to airborne penetrations of flying objects. So looking kind of to see how we react and where maybe if there are some holes in our air defense network which obviously it's shown a little bit true so far with those magic words, at least 4 balloons, where we're kind of admitting we don't have a lot more information than that. So that would make a lot of sense that what they're really doing is looking for holes in our ability to defend the United States, because the Chinese believe we will be at war with them by 2030. So why not start looking now and seeing maybe where they can utilize some gaps? Because we have, I mean, they have stealth in quotes, but we have B-2 bombers, B-21 bombers. I mean, we've got some legitimate stealth aircraft, and they need to come up with some way to level the playing field, and this could be the prelude to how they plan to do it. So I would love to hear what you guys have thought-wise on this, so make sure to like the video and throw some comments in the comment section so we can talk about this and you guys can tell me what you think, because I'm really curious to know if I'm the only one who's actually bothered by this. I mean, it seems like the government's just like, yeah, meh, we shot him down. So if you haven't already done so, there's going to be a little circle down here at the bottom right there, and it is going to be a little helicopter, and that is actually my helicopter from Afghanistan, if you can believe that. And if you can tap that little guy, it'll subscribe you to the channel, and I'll keep bringing more information forward as I can glean it about this and about other really cool stuff. So hope you guys have a great Monday, and thanks for watching.